What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. The new Link BLS from the Link Frames Pack 2. It's not really oriented to do the good old Blackluster ritual support and archetype or card series, right? But with the new Impcantations / Devi rituals, I decided to pick this deck up again. Of course, with the new Link BLS, as you see here in the extra deck, and pretty much following the same strategy I had with previous Impcantation builds. Basically, you're maximizing all of their well, support cards and searching capabilities. With triple Mega Zaborg, I'm liking that card more and more. It's just an extra engine and basically can shut down any deck that's heavily based on its extra deck. Just send your opponent's extra deck monsters to the graveyard, right? That can be devastating against a lot of decks that are based on their extra deck. The Incantation ritual definitely has its uses here, discarding something like Phoenix Blade, which can be sent to the graveyard with Isolde, for example. Or the level 1 Super Soldier, a level 1 Warrior type, again special summonable off of Isolde. Isolde searching something like a BLS, ready for next turn to fuel or, you know, threaten your opponent. Super good. There's a small Armageddonite engine, of course, here in the deck just to facilitate Isolde, of course. As for the rest, I believe pretty standard, right? With both nights, Evening Twilight Night, I believe, and Beginning Night, both at maximum value here in the deck. And yeah, double regular BLS, just some extra beatstick power. A small draw engine with the Celestial Observatory. Basically, it's always live. You can potentially send malicious from your field or from your hand back to the graveyard if you need to, since, well, Malicious isn't really the card you want to open with. But then again, running 60 cards somewhat slims, at least declines the chance of opening with it. So first example against heroes, going first, going second. The deck again do both. I guess going second, you can threaten your opponent with your ritual BLS, you know, banishing 1 or 2 monsters from your opponent and banishing 1 card from their hand. So I believe going second feels more optimal. I think this particular version, this particular list is running, I think, 8 hand traps. I believe a triple Ash Blossom, double or 3 Ghost Ogre, depends on, you know, card choices I made earlier, and definitely triple Impermanence. Going first, and, well, going first, I think here in this case the Mega Zaborg, all those searches, all those pluses, and also something that I recently added was the Predaplant. I believe it's a Predaplant, forgot its name, the fusion that lets you search a fusion card for I believe during the next turn or during the end phase. Just search Instant Fusion or something like that, since, as you know, Instant Fusion searches out Ragin, and your invoked Ragin is also a warrior, so basically opens up those Isolde plays quite easily. And because Mega Zaborg, I believe he did have the Mass Change in his hand, so he could potentially have chained the Mass Change to the Impermanence, but nope, I sent the Earth Warrior Mass Hero, what was it called, Diane to the graveyard with Mega Zaborg, and yep, that's basically GG. Also sent the Dark Loss from his extra deck to the graveyard. So basically Zaborg, even though it's a 60 card deck, it's a 1 card engine, and with the Incantations on the field, tribute summoning for Mega Zaborg, especially first turn, is quite easy. And again, you're getting extra searches with the Herald, and if your opponent is playing a heavily extra deck based deck, just take away their big beatsticks from the extra deck like Boral Sword or the Nightmare Engine, and then you should be in a very good position, since, let's face it, BLS or the BLS Ritual Archetype isn't really the top tier deck. We all know, right? It's not on Goki or Sky Striker level. This is a decent opening field, I thought. Here I definitely should have chained the Impermanence, right? Impermanence on the Link Sky Striker, since I believe it was inevitable he would either search one of the Sky Striker spells that lets you pop a monster, or a face down spell, and then, you know, getting the extra beneficial effect of either popping an extra monster or an extra spell. So I always would have lost my Impermanence, but still giving him less resources, I guess. Going for an Infinity Ink, yeah, and, I mean, the BLS Link monster, it's a good card, but Mega Fleet just instantly deals with it. And now when I see, I think he had the option to go for Game Right with Zeger on Infinity, and Infinity with the extra attack boost should have been able to attack for game, or am I missing something? It's only 2-1 extra. I might be missing something. Well, anyway, so yeah, indeed, yeah, BLS. That I think I searched out BLS earlier with Isolde. Make pretty much, you know, a big force during your next turn, searching, at least triggering both knights if you have them in your graveyard, and again threatening your opponent being a big beatstick on your side of the field. So forced out Infinity, and here I made a small miscalculation. I thought I had the game, of course, with a double attack of your Super Soldier, your Supreme Blackluster Ritual monster, but nope, I'm 500 short, so I just should have equipped Phoenix Blade for the extra attack power, and that definitely would have been GG, but nope, small miscalculation on my part, and yeah, as you see, you eventually will get this one, but rightfully so, since I believe he would have won during the previous turn, so I think it was all fine. But definitely a solid, a good and interesting duel. Another example against Cosmos, again going first, going second, doesn't really matter, but again going first, I think one of the okay plays this deck has is, well, if it's not Mega Zaborg, going for your Super Soldier, your Ritual monster indeed, getting rid of one of your opponent's hand cards and go from there, basically. Having the field spell gaining those extra pluses. The Impcantation monsters basically are just extra defense, I guess, and potentially triggering or giving your field spell, your Blackluster field spell, Gale Zone, I believe the name is, just more counters, so it's all good, I guess. One Impcantation monster is still on the field, so that can potentially be fodder for your Incantation Ritual spell, right? Anyway, so Supreme is getting destroyed by the, what is it called, Dark Destroyer, special summoning the Gaia. Another level, at least a rank 7 Exceed here in the extra deck would have been nice to Exceed away with my Incantation Ritual and the BLS. Well, of course, first getting rid of both Incantations on my side of the field, and after that go for the potential rank 7 Exceed. But I believe going for the BLS, the Link BLS, very strong card against Cosmos, just attack over their monsters, give it the extra attack boost, and of course you're using a level 7, I believe I used the level 7, please, yeah, I think I used the Incantation Ritual, so that's level 7 or higher, and now the BLS cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effect, so Dark Destroyer is quite useless against it. And of course making sure that I got the extra attack boost. And now I can just pump out those extra monsters, dropping the BLS that I previously searched, I think, with Isolde, and dropping the Ritual as well. And of course, first of all, the Confiscation effect until I believe the next end phase. And yeah, banishing those extra monsters. And eventually the BLS will attack over the Dark Destroyer. I believe he has a call set, but I think Eclipser is his only target indeed. And BLS will just suicide, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yep, the Link BLS will banish the monster summoned off of the Dark Destroyer, and now I can just attack for a game. So last example, going second this time against Counter Fairies. The search of the Witch, Condemned Witch, I believe the OCG name is. Not really sure about the TCG name. Might be the same, but it's basically just an extra bountiful Artemis, right? So drop one of the Devi Rituals, one of the Incantations, and try to get the Ritual Spell Search. He does use the Forbidden Cello, so I was like, I think my only play here is going for Mega Zaborg, and it goes off. Of course, well, a lot of decks are maining something like Impermanence, so getting off Mega Zaborg going second isn't really, at least the chances of pulling it off aren't that high. But here in this situation, it definitely worked out. Antis popping 3 cards, getting 3 searches off of the Herald, and of course the end phase, or at least the Instant Fusion search, I believe during the end phase or beginning of next turn, you know, I believe it's definitely not during the same time that your Predaplant monster was sent to the graveyard. Yeah, it's indeed during the next standby phase. Well, anyway, so I have like +7 or something like that over the opponent, and again, this should be GG, well played. I believe we know the set card. I think he searched it out with the Condemned Witch. So first of all, use your extra deck summons, and then basically go for your Incantation engine and to the Super Soldier level 1, again level 1 warrior type, very solid, free fodder for your Ritual discard, again getting those extra Incantation search and banishing from the graveyard to search out your smaller knights. So I think things can definitely work well together, but the build definitely needs work, definitely needs to be you know, finalized, and like always, feel free to leave your suggestions. So 60 cards, I might drop it down to 50, but again, leave your feedback if you want. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.